All right, good morning. Good morning. Sage, hello. I don't know why the chat didn't work. Sage, thank you so much for continuing that gift sub from Pastry. I thought I fixed the resub alerts. I don't know. I thought that was fixed. I gotta sit down and poke at it more. Guess what we've learned is I didn't fix it.
Honk, fuck off.
Brian, hello. Brian, hello. Good morning. How is everybody doing this morning? I hope everybody had a good weekend. We had a great weekend. we had a very nice weekend. But I hope everybody had a good time. I hope everybody's having a good Monday. I know some people get really upset about Monday. Hey, listen, it's Monday. They come and go. It happens all the time, right? After every weekend is a Monday, and it is what it is. It is what it is. Hi, Josie. Oh, here, I didn't move your... Are you sitting there on your blanket? Who's you gonna lay down? Okay, she's just gonna lay down. She's just gonna... Yeah. There she is. There she is. Okay, she's just gonna lay down. But all right. So this week, I forgot to do my little weekly schedule thing. I got distracted. This week, I wonder if I can do it really quick. We are going to be, we're gonna be playing Alan Wake 2 on Friday. I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to it. Finally, Alan Wake is here. It is honestly a thing that I kind of didn't expect to ever happen. You know, there's a part of me that's still kind of surprised. So like we'll see. Not in a way that like I don't think it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Not in a way that like it's like it's a fake out or anything like that, but in a way that it's like wow, like we're finally here. Like this cool game that I thought was a neat game for the 360. Like people enjoyed, and we got a sequel, and you know it's kind of spawned out into this whole, you know, this whole connected universe thing. So it's pretty rad. It's pretty rad. I'm pretty excited. All right, there we go. I did it. I did the schedule. It took me 5 seconds. I did it. Let me save it where the graphics go. Weekly schedule. There we go. I'm gonna try to do these weekly schedules. I'm gonna try to get better about it, and make it a more consistent thing. But all right. So yeah, we're gonna do Control. Obviously, we're working on finishing Control. But I did think about it, and we're gonna start the AWE DLC today because I said I wanted to wait until we beat the story. And thinking about it, I would rather have the AWE expansion done. And if we run out of time on Foundation, I won't be as upset if we run out of time on AWE. So we're gonna start AWE. We're gonna throw ourselves into that, and then we're gonna go from there. So. I'm excited to find out what's going on with our good buddy Alan, because who knows? Probably a lot of things, you know. Probably been a few things. But as that was 2, right? But yeah, like I said, hope everybody had a good weekend. Aaron and I played a ton of Baldur's Gate on Sunday. We played a good bit on Saturday as well. We played a good bit on Saturday as well. But yeah, we're just, woo, we're moving through that game. Let me tell you, that game, that I put this on social media. That game's probably gonna be my game of the year. For the simple fact that like Aaron and I have played that game for like 80 hours together, and that says something, you know. That's very meaningful to me personally. So it being you know, us being able to like spend all this time together and like engage with this together, and you know, like we've had a lot of conversations about like, oh, you know, what's going on, you know, with, you know, we've had like 3 different conversations about Erin's character and like, you know, what she's been enjoying, and if, you know, like, hey, what's been a problem, and like, is this a thing that we can solve in the game, or just like a thing that we need to have a conversation about of like, oh, this is how this works, anything like that. So it has been a good cool time. It's been a good cool time. All right. We are okay. So yeah, listen. Let's get into it. I don't want to goof off. I don't want to goof around. I want to get at it. Everything seems fine, so I'm gonna close Firefox. Get that extra bit of system resources. Get that extra bit of system resources. I updated my my graphics driver. NVIDIA already has a graphics driver for NVIDIA already has a graphics driver for Alan Wake, which is rad. Oh, you know what? I should close this and reopen it after I get my headset on. I've actually reached Baldur's Gate. It turns out to actually exist. That's good. You know, there's always... I think I made this joke to Aaron. I don't know if I said it out loud. I don't know if I said it out loud to her, but we're, you know, so we're playing the game and they're like, oh yeah, we'll meet you at Baldur's Gate. So many people are like, we'll meet you at Baldur's Gate. I was like, man, wouldn't it suck if you get to Baldur's Gate, like it's like, ah, yeah, we're finally here in Baldur's Gate, and it's been like exploded or something, you know, where you're like, ah, we're finally here at Baldur's Gate, and it's just like a smoking pile of rubble. Like, oh well, that's bad. Nice. All right. Yeah, I think we're like halfway through Act 2. So we've been making some good progress. That said, I've yet to find the actual gate the city is named after, though. If I remember correctly, if I remember my my D&D lore correctly, I believe Baldur's Gate is the gate over the river. I believe Baldur's Gate is a city. It's built over a river, and the eponymous gate is the gate on the river to control trade. If I recall correctly. I might also be thinking of Waterdeep. I'm not, you know. I might also be thinking of Waterdeep. Oh, I just realized. No, that's in Waterdeep, I think. The big, gosh, I can't even remember what it's called. The Yawning Portal. I think the Yawning Portal's in Waterdeep. Yeah, down by the river. Yeah, fucking nailed it. Jesse, Jesse, I don't want to be rude. There we go. Jesse, your face hadn't loaded in.
Everything's good here, Director.
But yeah, we're gonna start. Like I said, we're gonna start the out. This, oh man, so much. God, this game is gorgeous. We're gonna start the Alan Wake expansion. Because I wanna know what's going on with our old buddy Alan. I wanna know what's going on with our old buddy Alan Wake. Oh, I thought it was gonna be stuck and I was gonna have to. Hello? Oh, okay. I was like, do I gotta call maintenance?
Hello?
Cycling back the song due to rewrites in early access. It's kind of an orphan reference. Oh.
Guess not.
You know, that is a, have we had cameras before? That's interesting.
Seems a lot more crowded than the rest of the bureau.
It's kind of a difficulty with early access, you know? Darling Investigation. Compiled by Tim Spalder, Special Agent, by order of William Kirkland, Head of Investigation. Oh, is investigations like internal investigations? Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, an internal investigation D084-5 was launched into the ethical practices of Dr. Casper Darling, Head of Research. Despite the accounts of anonymous redacted regarding inhumane treatment of a redacted currently housed in the Bureau, our official findings regarding this were inconclusive. Numerous obstacles arose during this investigation. The majority of redacted sector personnel seem to be wholly unaware of any such redacted contained there. One redacted confirmed the redacted's code name to be redacted, but all files pertaining to that name were inaccessible, being classified under the highest clearance level. Investigators were similarly blocked from entering the redacted research wing to interview its staff. I'm guessing that's dimensional. I'm guessing this is about the slide projector. The matter was further complicated by the lack of clarity on whether non-human paranatural entities warrant humane treatment. While this investigation cannot address any charges against Dr. Darling, we do recommend an investigation into redacted research. So I think this is about Darling making dimensional research, forming dimensional research, and then moving the slide projector. Originally, it was sung from the viewpoint of a tadpole trying to tempt you into giving it control. Oh, that's interesting. I like that idea. Okay, so investigations, like internal investigations. Casey Inquiry. To R. Dennis from D. Gleason, possible lead on the Wake case. Mr. Dennis, a request came through recently from an FBI agent asking for all our files on Bright Falls, specifically on the disappearance of the author Alan Wake. Per the Interagency Information Exchange Agreement, I had some paper pushers gather up a folder of all the pre-approved files. Don't worry, all the inappropriate material is either missing or redacted. But I'm writing to let you know you received this request from a special agent named Alex Casey. Sound familiar, right? It's because Alex Casey is the name of a fictional detective in those hard-boiled crime books Alan Wake wrote. Pretty interesting that an FBI agent sharing a name with the most famous character Wake wrote is looking into a case dealing with a writer's fiction coming true. I just think it's worth looking into, but what's your opinion? Just give it the word and I'll start surveillance on this guy. Special Investigation Gleason. So this is a Who Watches the Watchmen situation. Missing agents. I feel like this is going to be a lot of me reading memos. Redacted 2017, Mr. Kirkland here. The agents confirmed missing, presumed dead from the containment breach yesterday. Letters of condolences will be delivered to you to sign prior to sending to the families. You'll be updated as soon as additional confirmations are made. Also, per your request, a network engineer checked how many cases were backed up digitally. Unfortunately, a large number of active investigations were not archived yet, and the only hard copies of reports exist behind the firebreak. They're lost, I'm afraid. Hard copies of reports exist beyond the firebreak. So they had a containment breach on the other side of the fire break. How would those be lost? That's very interesting. Tractor supplement. Burrow tractor, altered item 82. Miscommunication led to a local coroner examining the body of William Burrow. Burrow, William, male Caucasian. Case summary, 33-year-old man found dead on his property per police report. Remains contained for coroner's office also contain blood, urine, bile, stomach contents, and bone fragments. Autopsy findings. Listen, I'm not going to read these. What came first, the writer or the writing? Maybe it involves actual fire. You know, it could be an actual fire. That's a good point. But sounds like it was bad. Conclusion is my opinion, Mr. Burrow's death is not the result of a mechanical accident. Removal of organs is consistent with an animal attack. Yeah, all of his organs were removed, which is consistent with animal attack, but also very strange. Resignation letter. Redacted of redacted 2019. To whom it may concern, it is with great anger and regret I tender my resignation as head of investigations for the Federal Bureau of Control. I do this in protest of the rampant disregard for my department's redacted. My staff cannot continue to work in these conditions. Previous requests and warnings have fallen on deaf ears, so I must now rely on my actions to speak louder than my words ever could. I blame the situation on our redacted, who has routinely ignored my request for assistance in reclaiming the parts of the investigation center locked to the redacted loose inside. I'll never forget the screams of brave agents begging for us to open that firebreak. I will carry that shame for the rest of my days. The redacted has failed his agents. I shall never forgive him that. Sincerely, William Kirkland. So that's definitely the director has failed his agents. It could, 2019. I blame the situation on our, director, Elias Trench. I wonder if there's an altered item, Lucid Investigations, and is like fucking stuff up. Oh, no, not that. I wanted the collectible. Staffing issue. Mr. Dennis, yes, there's an increase in AWE cases, and yes, it would be a good idea to put together a special task force to examine exactly why that is. However, seems like a tiny little detail has slipped through the cracks. We don't have the damn staff. If you expect us to detect, investigate, and process more AWE cases, you need to give us more people. It's simple math. Between the staff we lost in the Hartman thing, 2019 feels later than the other stuff. Yes, yeah. I think 2019, I think that resignation letter is the most recent thing we found. Aside from maybe the Darling note, I would say that's pretty close. Between the staff we lost in the Hartman thing and the ones who left for other departments after Kirkland quit, we're barely managing to keep up with the workload. Hell, just finally the paperwork for all the altered items we left behind in the sector has proved an ordeal. Another thing, this is going to sound paradoxical, but we have an overcrowding situation. This lobby isn't meant to accommodate a whole sector's worth of staff. You put forward a motion to move investigations to a more suitable location months ago. Better not still be sitting on your desk. People are getting restless, and as Kirkland's interim replacement, it's your job to handle it. Best regards, Agent Grayson. So there was a problem with investigations. I'm guessing due to an altered item that forced all of the staff, Cauldron Lake update, that forced all of the staff out. And I guess had forced them to seal the fire break. So I'm very curious. Seems like bad things are happening. To Chief Investigator Dennis, it happened again, third time this year. Something certainly has it out for our redacted. Could be raccoons. The locals certainly complain about them enough. But why the hell would raccoons keep going after a monitoring station? Doesn't add up. Anyway, I've got a bureau tech going to the site next week to take a look. Next on the list of recurring problems is the staff at the Lake House Research Station. How am I supposed to effectively keep an eye on Cauldron Lake if they won't let me see any data? Hell, I don't even know what they're researching out there. We need to petition them again to share their info with investigation agents. It's only a matter of time before this redacted hits again, and I want to be prepared. Anyway, if anyone at HQ asks why Bright Falls reports a little thin this month, tell them it's because we couldn't take any readings. In the meantime, I might invest in some raccoon traps. Sincerely, Agent Estevez. What's interesting is we're getting a completely different image of the Bureau here at Investigations than we did at any other point in the game, right? Up until now, the Bureau has seemed to be rather effective. Effective even with the understanding that what they're doing is investigating magic things. Do you know what I mean? It's like if someone found a magic staff and it's like, well, we got to figure out how this works. And it's like, how do you even start to do that? How do you even begin to do that? But at the very least, it felt like they were competent in their knowledge and were applying scientific thinking processes to that. This, however, we're seeing the Bureau as a government agency. We're seeing the Bureau as literally, like, this is the business side of the Bureau, right? This is the problems faced by any large organization, where it's just like, hey, yeah, we have staffing problems. So if you want us to do more work, if you want us to do more things, we need more people. And also we need more equipment. And also our equipment is broken. So if you're wondering why this report is like, doesn't have as much info as maybe you wanted, it's because this is broken. And also I can't get the data from the other team. So this is interesting. Like, this is the first thing we're being hit with. Compiled by Lisa Keenum, external investigator, on Raya Underhill. Raya Underhill is a professor at the University of Woodrow in the UK, where she teaches biology with focus on botany. Dr. Underhill once worked with the Bureau as a parabotanist stationed in the research sector of the oldest house. She served with no incidents or demerits and is praised by those who worked with her, including Dr. Darling. It feels weird and very intentional. Yeah, it is. I feel like it's 100% intentional that the investigation sector, which is, sounds like such an important part of the Bureau, right? Like the people who go out and get all the data and bring it back, and then the people that file the data and the people that do not the research, but everything. It's like, this is like in a business, this would be called operations, right? That's who I worked for at my last job. Is I worked for operations, which encompassed almost half of the damn company. Underhill has no known connections to paracriminal organizations or any paracriminal organizations is a fun phrase that I hadn't thought of. Paracriminal organizations. Somebody's making the rest of the staff forget about him. Well, I definitely think the stuff with Trench was because of the hiss. Do you know what I mean? Like we talked about this where, the hiss was affecting Trench and making him paranoid, making him forgetful, making him lethargic, and all of this. And, what better way to weaken the Bureau's defense to the mold than to just sort of, make him unable or apathetic to requests from other people in his team. Where was I? Yeah, no known connections to paracriminal organizations or any record of breaching her NDA since leaving the Bureau. Her civilian behavior has been ideal, with the exception of an ongoing personal relationship with Dr. Darling that appears to have begun during their time as co-workers in the research sector and revisited intermittently ever since. Depending on the duration of her work in the oldest house, it may be required for both parties to sign a relationship clearance form. This investigation has found no compelling reason to deny Dr. Darling's request to offer Dr. Underhill an interim position, with the aim of finding a solution to the mold threshold issue. Refer to file 708-5286 for the full report. I don't know if I have a word for the face I made while considering the words paracriminal organization. Yeah, it's like paracriminal organization. It's like, it's this face. Like, God, I'm glad I got tea. This is a bunch of reading. We were right. Official finding reports regarding Redacted. We know the name of this is Director Investigation. Per authorization from Director Kirkland, Redacted was launched into the Redacted of Director Zachariah Trench. I thought it was Elias. It's not. Recent change in Redacted witnessed in Director Trench, including aggressive Redacted when Redacted with other staff, has been observed. However, this investigation's aim in interpreting this issue rather than proving it. Notable redacted between Director Trench and Dr. Darling have been witnessed by numerous Bureau staff, although both declined to meet with an interview on the matter. Witness accounts suggest their arguments center around the Dimensional Research Wing and the redacted kept inside. However, no evidence exists to confirm Dr. Trench is redacted as anything more than interpersonal disagreements. This investigation has concluded Dr. Trench's behavior is not indicative of any redacted, as his fitness to lead is not in question. Yep. Whoops. Whoops. Trench, official warning. Kirkland, I'm growing tired of your blatant attempts to lay your incompetence at my doorstep. I want you to know this. I know you want this to be true, but you are head of investigations. This failure is your responsibility. What did you think would happen holding a dangerous specimen in investigations? The containment sector exists for a reason. They're better trained and better equipped for this type of work. In fact, they've admirably taken on certain AWE monitoring responsibilities that your staff are no longer capable of. This happens more and more now. And don't think your petty internal investigations have gone past my notice. You're a worm. Everything I've done has been for the benefit of the Bureau. The Prime Candidate program only failed because of Darling. You are both failures plotting against me. You are traitors, but the truth will emerge out of you. You are choosing to become my enemy, Kirkland. You don't want to be. Yeah, so this is the same sort of paranoid stuff that we heard multiple times from Trench. Multiple times that people are traitors, that they're plotting against him, that they're planning his downfall, right? That same thing. Let's go over here to this office. And there we go. Keystone inspection. Mr. Kirkland, we stopped at Keystone on our way to the target AWE like you asked. Sending my report directly to you, try to keep a lid on this Grumman Morale's desertion issue. We didn't find any sign of them here. Given our records, it's possible they switched teams like you suspected, but I don't think that's the case. Switched teams. An event definitely occurred here in Keystone. I think Grumman and Morales got caught up in it. The entire population has vanished into thin air. Reminds me of the ordinary case, but that was just adults, if I'm remembering the case correctly. This is different. I think our guys are casualties, not traitors. If it was an AWE, it seemed to be over. We walked through the whole town. The only strange thing we noticed were markings on various buildings. 2 overlapping circles with a dot in the shared space. Could be unrelated. I'll show you the pictures when I get back. In the meantime, you should send a team out here to cordon this place off. Maybe get the comms guys working on a cover story. Sincerely, Agent Keenan. So, Keystone. We'll have to keep that symbol in mind. 2 overlapping circles with a dot in the space. Ethics investigation by Patricia Lewis by order of Kirkland. Prime Candidate Program. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation P1429 was launched into the legality of the Prime Candidate Program, redacted by the Federal Bureau of Control. Since all known subjects relevant to the investigation used executive privilege to decline interviews, very little first-hand information was gathered. Yeah, that's the executive. I'd rather not. Well, fuck. However, anonymous sources and documentation declassified by Mr. Kirkland both paint an alarmingly clear picture of systematic redacted and redacted. Redacted were brought into the oldest house and placed under redacted examination and testing with the aim of appointing one as director upon maturity. This program has produced no successful cases, only result in a traumatic redacted of paranaturally inclined redacted. Well, that's children, obviously. Not only is this in breach of the Ash Act, but it flies in the face of basic human redacted. This investigation team unequivocally redacted the Prime Candidate Program and recommends that it be redacted immediately. Love, you know, sometimes redactions are very funny. So I think the Ash Act has to do with the guy who, the last director of research, because his name was Ash, and he had his son, right? We learned about that in Foundation.
How that gate should open.
We learned that for a little bit in Foundation. So maybe it has to do with having children in the oldest house or working for the Bureau. Bureau tractor, item is not in Bureau custody. A Frank elk tractor, olive green, dried blood on the grill when last seen. It is capable of vocalized responses or growls and unmanned locomotion. Considered highly aggressive and dangerous. The item first came to the Bureau's attention after the death of William Burrow, owner of Burrow Farms outside Trenton, Texas. This is one of the few times that a location hasn't been redacted. Local authorities arrived on the scene after an employee found the mutilated body of Mr. Burrow beneath his tractor. Police arrived were immediately driven away by the tractor. Panicked calls to federal authorities were intercepted by Bureau communications staff. A team was dispatched. Upon arrival, the agents approached the item. It responded by growling like a bear. 3 agents were injured when they tried to detain the item, which escaped. Aerial searches for the item are ongoing. Speaking of Mrs. Burrow, only revealed she had a domestic altercation with Mr. Burrow earlier the night of the incident. Whether these events are connected is currently unknown. Whatever, I'll just break that one too. Specimen escape assessment. Incident A49. The purpose of internal investigation X397 is to determine the containment failure of specimen SI1 that resulted in the deaths of redacted agents. An inspection report to the containment equipment 3 days earlier shows no faults. Investigators suspect human error to be the case, yet no department has proven any evidence to support this. Technicians were able to recover the researcher's notes on the specimen from the internal network. On the redacted of redacted, the specimen began displaying a sharp increase in aggressive redacted. Cross-referencing that date with various logs found only 2 dates inconsistent with the sector's daily routine. 1, the air filters were changed. 2, an hour prior to the incident, a civilian named Alice Redacted entered the sector regarding an unrelated investigation. See interview 65F. Was that the Bright Falls AWE? Given their connection to the same AWE case, it is likely that this is Mrs. Wake. Mrs. Wake's presence is relevant to the specimen's escape and to redacted. Investigation is ongoing. So they brought in Alice to interview her about what happened in Bright Falls. An AWE that they had in custody, contained, whatever words you want to use, went wild.
I'm no detective, but something definitely happened here.
Blessed Organization. Tim Spalder by Remy Davis, chief of it. Oh, the Blessed Organization. This group / individual has operated outside of the Bureau's notice for decades, perhaps longer, displaying a level of skill and caution rarely seen in paracriminal groups. A review of past cases has found various mentions of their activity over the years. I lost where I was. 2016, a production company called Blessed Pictures was connected to an altered item case, as well as the death of an agent from exposure to illicit paranatural materials. Again, a lot of words there. In 1994, a Los Angeles-based public speaker named Chester Bless was involved in the illegal use of an altered item. In 1988, a business called Blessed Repair and Service was suspected of involvement with an object of power case, perhaps even creating it. None of these businesses or individuals have ever been located. However, their connection to appearances of altered items and objects of power is too direct to be considered circumstantial. An arrest order has been issued for any persons believed to be involved with the Blessed Organization. So we start talking about paracriminal cases. We start talking about committing crimes. And the game gives us...
Do we know each other?
Hello?
This feels familiar.
Spiral door.
I can't seem to... I've forgotten it. I'm sorry. My name is Alan Wake.
I'm a writer. It's him, he's here. We did it.
Who are you?
Mr. Scratch.
Who are you? Do I know you?
I'm your friend Tom. Tom
Ah.
Zane. There's nothing to worry about.
Tom. The poet. The diver. You look different.
That was just a role, a character. The protagonist I played in my old film. I'm a filmmaker. An auteur like yourself. We're working on this together, remember? An artistic collaboration.
No, that feels bad. It's the blur of him.
You need a drink.
I'm just an actor. Wear the same outfit you do. It's fine. Yeah, the spiral on the wall there.
Endless darkness. Nothing holds still.
We're very close now. You've been writing.
Didn't Jessie mention she liked Zane's work? She did.
This time.
Writing?
You found a way.
No. I don't. Wait. There's something.
I'd be way more concerned about someone who looked exactly like me.
He's out there. I've seen
Yeah.
him.
Nothing to worry about. I'm dealing with it. It's fine, my friend. Let me handle him.
You've met him? What the hell?
Now, come on.
That was a real glass. That's fun. All right, well, I won't worry about that, I guess. That's...
That was Alan Wake, the writer who went missing in that AWE case I read about. What's he doing here?
That's, you know, that's fine.
And Thomas Zane was with him. The poet. No, wait. He was a filmmaker. I always remember that wrong.
Now, here's a question. Is that Remedy... Okay, this is the thing we're gonna have to keep in mind. Is this Remedy... There's a ladder out there. That's weird. Is this them retconning? Or... It's nighttime at the hotel because it's Alan Wake and it's dark and scary. Hello? Well, now what do I do? Service weapon needs a flashlight. Just hit it. She just hits it like the Fonz. Just... This light right here is incredible. Shout out to... Oh. Oh, it's changing hues. Breaking wow, fuck this remake news. Uh-oh.
Dr. Emil Hartman, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Broke loose, killed everyone it could.
Oh.
Roaming, waiting. Then something else came. A resonance. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
Oh. Well, that sounds bad. Brian, what do you got for me? What do you got for me? Hit me with it. People are noticing some of the changes, bug fixes in the Metal Gear Solid collection, which is pretty good lighting and bug fixes, continuity stuff. Mad Metal Gear Solid, they gave Johnny Suzuki underwear instead of showing his blurred bare ass. You know, that's funny. I forgot that that's how they did it. That's funny. God.
Dr. Emil Hartman was desperate. The Federal Bureau of Control had stolen his life's work. This was his last chance, his final experiment. What he'd been too scared to do before.
Okay, so the Bureau knew...
Was taken, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman.
How?
Only an echo of him remained, fragmented impulses on autoplay, violent, bloodthirsty darkness in the driver's seat. Emerging from the lake, the thing was captured by the FBC.
Oh.
Studied. The thing broke loose, killed everyone it could. The FBC fell back and sealed the sector. The thing was alone in the dark, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came. Not darkness, but similar enough. A sound. A resonance.
Uh-huh.
It shouldn't be a surprise. If there's one, why not another? The darkness inside the thing could have been immune, could have resisted, fought, could have been passed by, passed through with no effect. But it didn't, and it wasn't. Maybe it had grown weaker over time, not aged. It was timeless, but weaker with no link to its source. A metamorphosis followed. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
Well, so the interesting thing about that is that means that Hartman survived what happened. He survived getting devoured by the darkness at the lake. Is any of these doors that overlapping circle door? And he's here. Yes, and also he's here in the bureau. He's the thing that was in investigations that caused these problems. Oh, what the a small boss fight? What the fuck? Oh. You know, I'm glad I opened the map. Opening the map really just let me go like, I see. I see what I need to do. These little fucking guys. Zip. Perfect. Oh man, that's That's a bummer. Altered world event detected. Kara, hello. Kara, you're the altered world event.
Creepy, damp, and abandoned.
Investigations.
Did Wade want me to come here?
Kara, how you doing today? How's your Monday? How was your weekend? Struggling big time? I'm sorry to hear that. That's whoop. Hello? I just don't know what to make of this. Oh. You're just hanging out, jeez. Kara, I'm sorry to hear that. That's really frustrating. That's really frustrating. As always, you know, let me know if there's anything I can do, anything we can do, anything that'll help you feel better. Do we think I can just walk through it?
That doesn't look like a house shift.
I can.
Want to know?
You can listen a little. I want to vent. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Listen, Burial, hello. You're out of control. I'm taking you off the case. Shaded facet. Wow, that's interesting. It's a completely different shape than we've seen before. Like, we've had shapes that are fairly concentric or repeating or something, and this is just like, woo! I very recently accepted that I'm addicted to video games and is severely impacting the quality of my life. Okay. Important first step in addressing a problem is understanding the problem. I'm scared of the measures I have to take. Yeah, because that would mean, and also worried what it'll imply. Oh! Where are you? There you are. Hello? Oh, it's because there was a wall behind me. That's okay. Because most of my social life is online. I mean, I will throw this out there first. If you are not looking for feedback or suggestions, I'll shut up, right? I'm sorry, is that? Hey!
Of course, the hiss are already in here.
Feedback, suggestions, but not too many. I would say a good first step, right? If you've understood that this is a thing that's negatively affecting your life, and you're concerned that you know most of your socializing is online, is that you need to consider ways to be social online that aren't directly tied to video games, right? which, you know, might be a, well, yeah, duh, Matt, but board games might be too close, but could be. Gambling, that's it, nailed it. Can't wait for the next DLC of Control where you're contacted to go visit the laboratory in the Bureau, find a bunch of Valkyr, have to deal with a detective to how to stop people infecting themselves. God. Listen, if I just break this load-bearing wall... Can I break? Yeah! Neat. Gotta remember that I can do that. The thing is, I know about myself is I'm easily addicted. It's part of why I avoid substances of all kind. I'm very similar. I'm very similar. I have a addiction prone personality. And it's why I don't play like card games. It's why I'm very, you know, for a lot of the same reasons, like, you know, I don't do any sort of substances. I'm very careful with my alcohol intake, because I'm very addiction prone. But so I think it's good. It's a good, important first step that you've identified this problem and you've identified that it's affecting you negatively, right? That is an important first step to recognize it. Hartman arrest. Official arrest report. Thanks. Yeah, I don't want you to feel lost and upset that you have all of this stuff. Because like you've kind of taken the most important first step, right? Is recognized that it's negatively affecting you and are considering what it means and what steps you might need to take. I'm scared of what this will mean for my life. I think that's fair. I think being concerned about what could happen is reasonable, you know? I think it's a very human nature thing. Yeah, change can be good, but that's a big can. There's things that I value that I'm scared of losing, and I think that's totally understandable, right? And like I said, I think the important part of it will be recognizing the things that you value, that you actively value, that are important, which, you know, are the relationships, right? It's not, you know, I'm sure you enjoy, for example, playing 14, but I would imagine you enjoy the relationships with the people that you play more, right? So the deal then would be finding ways to interact with those relationships outside of the game, right? Taking it away from the game to give yourself space. Okay. So they arrested Emil Hartman. They redacted 2 names here, which is interesting. Victim names: Alan Wake, Tor Anderson, Odin Anderson, Rudolph Lane, Wendy DeSole, Thomas Emerson. I'm wondering if one of these is Thomas Zane and maybe Barbara Jagger. Yeah, most of them are cross-continental, yeah, which I imagine would be the case. But, you know, finding ways to connect with the people that you care about outside of the game, you know, or doing things that aren't solely focused on the game. One count of kidnapping an altered individual, 1 count of sanctions against altered organizations, 1 count of obstructing a bureau investigation, 6 counts of breaching the Ash Act. Okay, so now I'm really interested what the Ash Act is. Fender's property seizes evidence used in conjunction with an ongoing AWE research. Fender's personal effects have been sent to a research. After being cleared by Bureau researchers, all victims have been released. Biannual surveillance orders assigned to each except the Anderson brothers due to their senility, and Wake possibly deceased. Confiscated motive. That's interesting. Pastry! Pastry, hello. Pastry, how the heck are you doing? Part of me is very scared. I'll just have to do away with any computer activity. I'll lose everything that I get from that. I think that would... Hey, I'm not a doctor, right? But... This is from Dead Letters. Okay, I feel a lot better. I feel a lot better that this is from Dead Letters. And that this is about someone's feet gossiping to each other and not any of the other things it could have been. Oh my goodness. It's so much birthday cake yesterday? Hell yeah. I read a lot of fanfic and other online stories. Yeah, I think that might be an overreaction, right?
This darkness is blocking the door.
Uh-oh.
Now I have to deal with an interdimensional noise and sentient shadows.
Aim a powerful light source at the darkness. Holy shit.
Light burns it away, huh?
Somebody showed up to hang out and voice with me, so I'm gonna be off. Have a good stream. Kara, I hope you have a good day. I hope you enjoy chatting with your friend. Okay. Well, let's... Brian made a joke about the service weapon needing a flashlight, but he was right. I would love a flashlight. Ah, yellow tarp. That means I can climb it. Video game. Oh, I can go in here. Wisha. Paige, did you have a good time at the party, or did you just... Were you focused solely on eating cake? Okay, we got a little mold here as well. And we got the darkness. Such a good time. I didn't invite many people because I'm mega introverted, IMO. But it was really nice. Well, that's good. That's good. You know, as long as you had a good time with the people that were there, that's important. Oh. Just walk very slowly. Just walk very slowly. Operations corridor. So it's really dark like this. I feel like I need to poke around. Pastry, how was playing? You know, I don't want to say too much Spider-Man, but a good amount of Spider-Man. Good move, honestly. Yeah, it feels like the thing to do, you know? I thought there was a way to drop things and not throw them. If I let go of the button... Yeah, if I let go of the button, it automatically throws. So, and then B is dash, so. So good, the whole weekend's been perfect. Spider-Man birthday cake, goated. 80's a good accomplishment, I hope so. That long.
The third thing. The sound made darker, the darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched, like a worm through time. The third thing was a monster. Now he crashed out of darkness toward Phaeton.
Well, I don't like that. It's the weapon swap button. Oh. Thank you. I'll have to keep that in mind.
The sound changes.
Thank you, Brian.
The darkness changes the sound. They both changed what remained of Hartman. They all turned into something else. A third thing. The sound made darker. The darkness.
I'm honestly just swinging around and fighting crime right now. Hell yeah.
Stretched.
Spider-Man time.
Stretched as anyone when seen from out of time, like a worm through time. Almost an Ouroboros, a spiral, a maelstrom. The gravity well of a black hole, twisting inward, tightening, taking you deeper and deeper.
Like a worm through time. Wait, no.
And through to the other side. The third thing said, when you hear this, you will know you're a new you. He said, we build you till nothing remains. He said, under the conceptual reality, behind this reality, you must want these ways to drag you away. He said,
oh.
Baby, yeah, orange peel. The third thing was a monster.
He did say that.
He'd tear apart any ordinary person crossing his path. Now he crashed out of darkness toward Phaeton. There was nothing ordinary about Phaeton.
So Hartman said things in a way that we've associated with the darkness and associated with the hiss. So Hartman is nothing ordinary about Phaeton. Nothing capital O ordinary about Phaeton. I could get... Man, it's dark. It feels like they really turned this darkness up, let me tell you. Oh yeah, look at that. Thanks, Brian. The Shadow. Compiled by Ezra Cruz. Paranatural entity A010, aka the Shadow, is an aggressive redacted consisting of 3 known types. Type A, localized manifestation of sentient redacted capable of occupying organic and inorganic material, as well as exerting redacted over its surroundings. Excuse me. Type B, shaded individuals, human bodies redacted by the Shadow. These individuals become notably more aggressive, but do seem to retain redacted of their previous selves. Research is ongoing as whether this condition is... This is the darkness. This is the darkness. The dark presence. Type C shaded objects, similar to Type B, except those inanimate objects are redacted solely to be used as destructive tools. Each time seems to work towards a shared goal, possibly targeting certain individuals. See AWE 35. It may imply a shared link to a redacted intelligence. The threat this entity poses warrants immediate exploration of offensive/defensive measures. The investigation sector is being outfitted with additional lighting sources, some internally powered, to prepare for the eventuality of an redacted. Eagle Limited summary. The Eagle Limited AWE 44. A train derailment resulted in 62 casualties and numerous injuries. Was suspected to have been the work of a paracriminal group known as Redacted. Darkness called. I was in the bathroom, so I missed it. I tried calling him back, but he didn't. As a result of this event, the agents discovered one of the cars had been altered with a persistent auditory event. It remains to be determined whether the AWE was spontaneous or the direct result of the sabotage. The Bureau had been tracking said group at the time, and intel gathered suggested an event of this caliber was imminent in Bloomington. As a result, a response team on site was able to respond to the train accident site within minutes of its occurrence. They arrived to find emergency processes underway, but also equipment left behind by the suspected group. A suspicious onlooker managed to elude agents after they attempted to make contact. Further investigation of the accident site revealed a curiously undamaged train car that exhibited an altered state when entered. This individual car was secured and transported to the investigation sector for further studies. I mean, I guess this is turning on the lights. I should turn on the lights. Oh no! Guys! Whoa, hey, whoa! Okay. Are these astronauts? I was like, let me grab this guy in case more guys show up. I was right. Ow. So when does the darkness show up? Like when, you know what I mean? When am I just fighting the darkness? When does that... Columbus, same map. Oh my god, that scared me. That scared me. That's funny.
Reminder, all employees are required to report their hours at the end of each month. The federal
There's a lot of
control maintains that time is not subjective, and hours passed on alternative planes cannot be claimed.
Oh, damn.
Do not accumulate overtime compensation.
Oh, what the fuck?
Your attention.
Hang on, that sucks. Yeah, there's a part where I understand that, but that's rough. Yeah, that's like, that sucks. I was in that astral dive for 2 years. I worked 2 years. Oh, you were in that astral dive for 3 hours. No. Oh yeah, Airborne Hiss Ranger. This evolution, being so similarly elevated, indicates the Hiss can share permutations. You do an astral dive, you go to another plane, spend 4 years there, come back, it's still Tuesday. You can't claim that, that's too much. The fact that it's only been observed in the investigation center may indicate an environmental factor is responsible. Okay, that's cool. NASA cooperation review. Following 4 years, more accurately, following the NASA/FBC coordination agreement of 1972, Bureau has provided NASA with numerous technological advancements based on our research, including the black rock lining now found in all spacefaring vehicles. In return, all data gathered through space missions is made available for Bureau researchers to analyze. Recently, certain individuals have raised concern that this relationship does not adequately benefit the Bureau, either intellectually or financially. Thorough examination of the costs accrued by both organizations has shown the expense of NASA's recent launch of the Redacted far outweighs any spending related to the processing and delivery of Blackrock. From its medium Earth orbit, the Redacted will provide the Bureau with an unparalleled research for remotely monitoring and photographing AWE sites, a resource that would be lost if the partnership ends. It is the opinion of this committee maintaining a cooperative relationship with our colleagues at NASA is of vital importance. I love that they were like, someone was like, what do we get out of the NASA agreement? This sucks. We should look into it. And then they looked into it and they're like, NASA spent like billions of dollars to put a satellite into orbit that is incredibly valuable for us. So shut up. Launch ground slam boost. I'm sorry? Oh, right. Launch ground slam. Ground slam damage after launch hits. Oh, so I hit them and then they take more ground slam damage. Oh, okay. That's okay. Sure. You know, hey, it's not what I'm doing, but sure. I was gonna say, I don't know if you have ground pound. I don't, because I don't use it that much. Oh. Hey. Another fine mess.
The vents, they are full of mold shit. It's no food for you. Darkness everywhere. New day, same old bloody shit, said the old way. Dark but good for nothing. Get rid of it.
Excuse me. Sorry, I tried to mute my microphone and the button literally didn't do anything. This is great.
More plants. All right.
Jess.
Let's go make some new friends.
Jesse. Oh yeah, great. I get to talk to some more plants. Hell yeah. Shine light on the plants. That's fucking hilarious. Man, I'm glad we get more Audie. That's fun. Glad we get more I'm the janitor. Love part of the oldest house look away effect. Means they can request whatever they want from the government as long as it isn't too absurd. It's just like, hey, listen, like, you know, as long as we're not asking them for hello.
I don't feel right. Something in this darkness is draining me.
Oh. Real darkness. Capital D darkness.
Shit.
Let me put my tea down.
What?
What?
What is that?
Come on, elevator, time to go.
Oh God.
Thing even touches it. So you have to play the light. I can use that.
I don't see any other light things, so... Can I move this? No. And I don't think I can... Oh, power cores. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them right here. Where's the one over here? Where is it? Where is it? You gotta make these things visible, fam. Oh. Oh. Can I grab it from here? No. Okay. Okay. Hey, I want to throw out there, this is the most fucking Slenderman backrooms SCP shit we've seen in this game so far. Like, hey, wait, what's that? Okay, there's a few lore things to find in this room, so. I appreciate that that this fight isn't just here's Dr. Hartman, shoot a bunch of bullets at him. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost a puzzle. It's more just like, we have to teach you the basics of light. Let's get over here. There was a button. Okay, I was like, I'm gonna bring one over here. Yeah, oh God. Oh no, that's... Hartman background. Official finding reports, Dr. Emil Hartman. Dr. Emil Hartman is a academic psychotherapist that owned and operated a recovery center in Bright Falls, Washington, focused on the treatment of artists struggling with creative blocks or other mental disorders. Publicly, Dr. Hartman's treatment center seemed unremarkable in its methods and purpose. Privately, however, Dr. Hartman was abusing his patients in order to utilize any latent redacted abilities they may possess with the aim of shaping redacted to his own benefit, which has earned him a Class 2 paracriminal designation. Now there's classes now. Note: for more on the link between artists and their ability to redacted reality through artistic mediums, see file redacted. Investigation has proven Dr. Hartman's legal endeavors were conducted alone. After being approached by the Bureau during the redacted investigation, he displayed no remorse or intention to cease his actions. Dr. Hartman was taken into custody, evaluated, and released redacted months later, having been deemed a negligible threat. His medical license has been permanently revoked. Please launch your Aperture Science generator cube at these. Okay. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at this. Look at this hidden case file right here. Whoops. Door appearance. Ocean View Motel observation report. An excursion into the Ocean View Motel discovered a previously unseen door in the lobby hallway. This door featured a spiral-shaped marking, designation door redacted, similar to the other doors. It's locked and cannot be forced open. Alice Wake, person of interest in the Bright Falls AWE and former wife of missing author Alan Wake, a suspected para-utilitarian and redacted, contacted Agents Shaw and Dempsey of the investigation sector using the phone number given to her in 2010 in accordance with civilian outreach protocols. The call resulted in Mrs. Wake being brought to the oldest house for an in-person interview on redacted 2017. The excursion in the Ocean View Motel occurred later that same day. Conclusion. Determining whether this is a basic synchronicity event, if Alice Wake is responsible for its appearance, or if the door itself relates to AWE 35 is paramount. She should be returned to the oldest house, possibly even taken into the motel itself, to confirm if any changes occur. So... So I had a theory originally that possibly the Alan Wake stuff happened in a reality adjacent to the reality to control, right? And that the Alan Wake stuff was going to sort of bleed through
Arcade machines. Shoom. Shim. Whatever.
I'm sorry? And I was like, I wonder if the Alan Wake stuff takes place adjacent to ours, and then, you know, it sort of bleeds through, and that's how they discover some of the altered items and stuff. But no, it took place in our reality. Alan Wake is here. They have Alice Wake. And so I wonder if, seems increasingly unlikely, yeah. And so, did the spiral door appear because Alice came to the oldest house and it connected to the reality of the dark place? Did it? It's interesting that the door appeared after. Let's. Okay. Oh. The goal of crowd control is to survive. Good luck. I gotta seize one of these guys. What is this, game theory? Oh, I always come up with I love coming up with theories as for what's happening, especially in this. You know? Wow, he just was, wow. They're just not stunned at all by that. Wow, damn. Welcome back, Kira. Hope you had a good chat with your friend. Whoop. Oh, there he is. I hope there's only one of these guys. There's two of these guys. Oh! Oh, yeah, right. I have to remember that I can grab them. I probably could have seized that guy. I don't know if I have big guy seize. But I need to remember that when they're at a certain low health, I can just launch them. Boom! 2 for 1. Oop, killed my own guy. Yeah, I think it's fun to discuss what's happening in games, particularly games like this that like are actively mysteries, you know? Wow, it's a lot of hiss. Oh man. I saw that stealth guy, and what sucks about the stealth guy is that they'll just hang out. I just have to go find them. Like, ugh. Maybe not when I have a seized guy. I think it's nonsense that I can't hit them with something while they're stealthed up. Oh, seize them. There you go, Brian, I did it. Yeah, I think for games like this that are actively telling really interesting stories, especially you know, as I was talking about, I was talking with Brian, how like, you know, Control kind of very specifically gives you this part of the story and then lays it out. You know, and then and pulls you through, and you're kind of unsure what's happening, and you know, they give you bits of detail to fill it in. You know, they don't overwhelm you with story. There's no big story dump moment. You know. Sees that guy. Boosh. Excuse me. 2 for 1. Okay, about halfway through. Looks like. Trying to make sure there's not another stealth guy running around. Oh, hi. Just gotta hit him with his explosive. He hates him. Oh, I wanted to seize him. Seizing a guy like this would be really helpful. Ugh. Game. Grab. Let's kill this guy for free. Did you go hide in the bathroom? What happened? Okay, there we go. Up. I love how different those guys are than every other enemy. Like, those melee guys really challenge you in a different way. Hell yeah. I saw that stealth guy. All right, my seized guy is down. Grab a new one. Stop. Come on. Where are you, you little jerk ass? Why does she just drop her shield right before it attacks? Why do you keep doing that? Like, I'm trying to launch it, and it does not want to do that. All right. Hell yeah. Ah! Did my own stealth guy get me, or is there another stealth guy? Because the stealth guys blow. They're my least favorite enemy by like a real magnitude. Fucking. All right. What hurt me? Oh. There's a fucking sniper. That'll do it. Stay hydrated, fool. Oh, I caught him on the way down. Oh, there's an orb. Hello? Okay. All right, where'd you go? Where'd you go, you little bastard? Oh, seize the orb. I did it. Oh, I can have two seized. Well, that's good to know. Ah, we did it. We did it! All right. We got a bunch of stuff. Weapon reload on shield ability kills. Sure. Weapon reload after seizing enemy. That's interesting. Ground slam, damage after weapon hits. Evade cost after weapon kills. Let's see. That's a charge blast radius. Yeah, we did it. Shoom 2 is an altered item that allows Jessie to revisit unique enemies she's encountered before and to take another trip to the ashtray mills. Oh, okay. I guess if there's like something specific you need to get, then cool. Shoom arcade cabinets, altered item 40-PE. Both items were purchased from a closing arcade in Redacted, Michigan as part of a program to improve employee well-being through recreation. The program was canceled before any game machines were dispersed throughout the oldest house, but not before these altered items were discovered. Teams in the research section have voiced considerable interest in the items due to the fact they only exhibit an altered effect when physically paired together. The codependent relationship previously unseen in altered items. See research specialist Pope's paper titled The Parasensitivity of Sequels for the information. However, after proving the item's altered status, the investigation staff insisted on keeping them, claiming they were important for sector morale.
It goes back up the stairs! Is it gonna go back up a wall?
You know, you'd think after how many times it got me, it wouldn't get me. You'd think it wouldn't get me. It absolutely gets me. Like, it 100% gets me. It absolutely gets me. Still, every time. Pancakes, hello! Pancakes, how the heck are you doing, my friend? How the heck are you doing? Brian, think of a shout out. Think of the shout out for Pancakes. Oh, my goodness. Sorry for the jump scare. Hey, it's the point. Don't be sorry. It's the point. Don't be sorry. How is Skull? I hope you're enjoying it. Off today, but I'm about to go do productive stuff. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Get some stuff going. How's everyone this morning? We're doing all right. You know, it's a Monday. Matt, I can't wait to turn off the Halloween jump scares calder over here. Fun as fuck, but I can't beat it for shit. Apparently I'm playing on hard though. Well, that's a good thing to learn about. You know, it's good to be like, I'm apparently making this harder than it has to be. Hang on. I already made it to the last level, just never finished it. But now if I beat it on easy, I'm gonna beat it on easy to have it done, and then beat it on hard. You can do both. You can do both. That's exactly why I have him. I can't do the heart attack joint. Listen, they raised money for charity, so it's the best I can do. It's, it's the least I can do. Oh my goodness, that was so startling. Goodness gracious. I still need to figure out why some of the alerts are broken. Because I was pretty sure I set them up right, but yeah, I hope you can get some good stuff done. I definitely get that feeling of like sometimes you just got to do it. Night Springs screenplay, page 1. Note: the screenplay was found after the Bureau acquired the Night Springs television series. It appears to be written by Alan Wake as part of an application to become one of the show's writers. Night Springs spec script, Over the Threshold Darkly by Alan Wake. It is only human nature to wish to control the forces around us, and even more so to possess them. What happens when those forces are not ours to claim? or even of this world? What if they are the things you can discover in Night Springs? Interior Secret Lab Night. We are in a secret lab. The large sign on the wall reads, "The Federal Bureau of Night Springs." Scientist. I've told you several times, Director, it isn't ready. It's ready when I say it's ready, Doctor. But the being beyond the portal, we have no control over it. Wait. Over a threshold? Thoughts. Matching games, they're noise generating. Me playing any video game. The vending machine altered item. None known. Testing in the investigation sector is currently ongoing. A vending machine, its front covered in a faux wood panel. Coin operated, buttons for selecting food products. The item generates and stores a variety of material, both edible and otherwise, in rows of internal trays. Initial testing suggests the item reacts to the mind of the individual in closest proximity and will produce whatever they subconsciously desire. Attempts to cause the item to create a living redacted have consistently failed. Well, that's maybe good. The item was discovered in a nursing home in Redacted, Alberta, after a resident named Muriel Redacted called a local news station about a magic vending machine. The news story reported the nursing home staff was purposely stocking the machine with distinctive food and objects as ways to raise residents' spirits. The Bureau response team encouraged this story while confiscating the item. Yeah, it's just good stuff. Did Wake recycle a script for an episode of Night Springs for the FBC? Man, do I have thoughts and questions. The thing manifests what you want. How many quarters do I need to put in a functioning government? It's whatever you subconsciously desire. So if we get enough people lined up,
okay, this room is really intimidating.
It's got to happen eventually.
I know my rights. It's not a crime to try and get a book signed.
Making unauthorized contact with a dangerous paranatural entity is indeed a Bureau offense, Mr. Langston, and can be prosecuted as such.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that. Listen, this is way out of proportion.
Oh, well, I didn't know that.
Mr. Hartman had been brought in, and since I'm a huge Alan Wake fan, I thought it'd be cool to get a copy of The Creator's Dilemma signed. That's a book that Hartman wrote about.
We know what it is.
Okay, good. So yeah, I was just looking to fill out my Wake collection. I certainly.
This is really funny.
Into some kind of shadow zombie.
That's a completely inaccurate description.
Whatever. Listen, I'm just a desk jockey. I sort papers, do data entry, that kind of stuff. Don't come down on me like this. I made one mistake. I mean, I see people break the rules all the time, and no one is pulling them into dark rooms to yell at them. Yesterday, Dave Gleason and his crew were talking to that empty spacesuit and laughing their heads off.
We're letting you off with a warning, Mr. Langston. But this is going on your record, so one more screw-up and our next chat won't be so friendly.
Huh.
That is just great to hear, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, is there any chance I could get my copy of The Creator's Dilemma back?
Get out.
All right. I like Langston. I like Langston. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. All right. Let's poke around. Poke around a little bit. Hey. Mm-hmm.
Brian Hennerman, 21 years old, resident of Southern Texas.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I really don't understand why I'm here.
You know what you did, Mr. Hennerman.
You know what you did.
Delivery disaster.
The movie? I mean, it wasn't very good.
You know what you did.
But we'll come back to that. Tell me where you got the movie from.
Movie night with a, a K, not an N, not night, like nighttime, but...
Who contacted you? Who told you to review that film?
No one. I just did it because it looked obscure. I didn't even like the movie. I shouldn't have given such a high score, but reviewing obscure films makes you look smart. And I thought if I looked smart, I would get listeners. My podcast would take off, and I could move out of my parents' basement. I may even go to college and get a film degree like I've always wanted to. I swear. I swear, I swear, I swear.
Ugh.
The kid doesn't know shit. I'm ending the session.
Oh man, I hope we get a billion. I hope we get a billion interrogations like that, where it's just like, who told you to mess with the thing? He's like, I don't know. It was in the store and it looked cool, and so I picked it up, and I'm sorry. Like, I want all of those. Okay, so Hartman climbed into that vent. That vent had a big, yeah, there's a, you can see there's like things on the map, and when he climbed into it, I saw a big fucking impact spot. All right, whatever, I guess. All right, I think we've found all the things. Oh, so with the stuff with Wake, so I don't.
Man, what are you doing in investigations?
Jeez,
Oh, hi.
Don't scare me like that, Langston.
If you're talking right now, I can't hear you. It's a one-way system. Try to find an intercom.
Why would you ask me a question? Why would you ask me a question?
Langston, it's me, Jesse.
I know. I can see you on the monitors. The cameras in there haven't worked since we sealed that sector off a couple years back.
Let me guess. You sealed it because of the monster guy.
A couple years back.
Dr. Hartman? Jesus, I really wish you hadn't opened that fire break. Okay, listen, you need to find Hartman and kill him before he gets out into the Bureau.
That thing is a person?
He was a person. We brought him here to study after he was, altered in an AWE. I forget the medical word for what happened, but now light physically hurts him. Do you have a flashlight?
No.
Hello?
A lantern? Headlamp? Oh, yeah, flare gun. Oh, Christmas lights. You can wrap them around your...
I don't have any of those, Langston.
Shit. Okay, well, I'm sure you'll think of something. I'll keep an eye on you from the panopticon. This is kind of exciting, right?
Maybe from where you're standing.
Right, okay. Well, break a leg. Oh, why did I say that?
Okay, this Hartman thing can't have gotten very far.
Why?
Flush him out. Langston was right. This is kind of exciting.
It's just nice to have someone to talk to, you know? Ever since I got put in charge of the panopticon.
Did everybody saw that, right? Everybody saw just the screen kind of wipe to darkness.
People treat me different, like I'm crazy for wanting to work with altered items. People just don't understand the altered items like I do, you know? I don't want to brag, but it does take a very empathetic mind to connect with the items.
Doesn't want to brag.
Why people are making it so personal.
Right.
I mean, the teams in research handle paranatural materials every day, and no one thinks they're weird.
Carnage, hello.
True, Darling is famous for being a bit out there, but...
I'm just gonna keep listening to Langston for a second.
Altered items really aren't that frightening once you get to know them. If you figure out what they like or don't like, you know, what sets them off, then there's nothing to worry about. I guess at the end of the day, we're still just wild animals scared of our own shadows. We're supposed to be on the same team, but sometimes it feels like it's every department for themselves, like it's a race and we're all trying to be number one. If it is a race, though, I'd say Darling is a mile ahead of everyone.
Carnage, how the heck are you doing today? Oh my god, he keeps talking. Like I'm not...
Has gotten pretty tense, or so I've heard through the grapevine. Not that I spread rumors, just, you know, people talk. Not me, though. I keep my nose to the grind.
Too much work to do to focus on those kinds of things. I need to stay focused so I can get my work done and get home to feed Alfred.
He's
Of course,
just gonna talk forever,
I always
isn't
make
he?
it home for mealtime. I have my neighbor check in on Alfred at 7 o'clock if I'm not back yet. She's very nice. Her name is Maria. She's older. She came to New York in the 50s to attend school and has been here ever since. A couple of kids. I met them at Thanksgiving. Big family.
Oh my God.
Nice people.
Langston's the best.
My apartment. She gives Alfred his dinner if I'm not home. I'm gonna have to buy her a nice fruit arrangement as a thank you after this. I'm missing a lot of Alfred's meal times. She's probably gonna have to go to the store for more wet food. I'll have to remember to pay her back. Hold on, let me make a note. Pay back Maria.
Are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Alfred's food.
Why don't you just have food at home?
One more thing. And buy her a fruit arrangement. All right, done. Are you a cat person? I don't think I ever asked. You seem like one, though. You'd like Alfred. He's very...
Who's he talking to? Is it me?
Carries himself well, you know? I named him after my favorite poet. Felt like a good fit. I got Alfred just before Sylvia died when I was at the... You know, I don't really remember where I got Alfred from. But, boy, those two did not get along. Oh, no. Sylvia thought she owned the place. Didn't like me getting in her way, scratched me more than once when I was just trying to move her food bowl.
So Alfred is a weird cat.
Wow.
I'm realizing now that
He's gonna quiz you on this later.
professional.
I'm confused and a little scared.
You see, Sylvia didn't tolerate most people, or animals, or anything. And that's what I meant when I said asshole. I would never use that word about a person. It was just, you know, there's a light flashing on the console here. I got to, check this out. I'll get back to you later.
Real smooth, Langston.
That was incredible. That was incredible. 7-hello. Welcome on in. That was amazing. That was amazing. I can't. And his cat is definitely some. No. Okay. We gotta. We gotta exit the game completely and restart it. That's one of the weirdest things I've ever seen playing video games, let me tell you. That's one of the weirdest things I've seen playing video games. Okay, cool. My phone is pretty charged. It's certainly strained with real life AWE. Yeah, that's it. The game was just like, no, you don't get to. I thought like he made some Alan Wake cracks, which I think is really funny. And I thought they were gonna do something. I thought something was gonna show on the screen, but it was just like, no, you just don't get to see. You just don't get to see anything. Okay. Find Hartman. Okay. That was weird, you know? Video games are weird sometimes. Video games are weird sometimes. So apparently over the weekend, Twitch announced that you can simulcast on other platforms. So I'm going to look into setting that up, because if I can stream straight to YouTube, then I don't have to worry about like uploading stuff to YouTube. I can just be like, bam, it's on YouTube. I'm done. So we're gonna try to. I'm gonna try to set that up when I can. What was that other Oh yeah, the nail for foundation. So I'm gonna try to set that up. That's gonna be Tuesday. I'm gonna be poking at some stuff. Because, like I said, it would be nice to not have to worry about that. I can spend more time working on getting all the old stuff up, getting clips done. And I can always, if I need to make a compilation or make some different sort of clip, like I can always download the, the YouTube stream. I saw a floor there that had a box on it. I'm curious about that. This is the Eagle Limited AWE, which I think was the train. Was the train we read about. Boop! This looks like the, that... Oh, there's more. Somewhere. What's the... I don't remember what the name of the area was, but the area in containment where they house the various bits. The turntable, that's it. The turntable. Ow. Oh, what the fuck? He kicked me. He kicked me. Do you believe that? I'm the director, and he bloody kicked me. No decorum these days. Okay, I can't go. So I guess I gotta go this way and then find a way around to turn it on or whatever. Like this. Yeah, that door's closed. It's very dark. See, you know, before I feel like it wasn't super dark. Vigorous dodge efficiency. Before I feel like it wasn't so dark. Incoming damage after seizing enemy. That's interesting. I got a collectible? What collectible did I get? Oh, the interrogations. Right. They don't count those. Evade cost on element pickup. Interesting. You know, some of these would be a little cooler if I had more than 3 slots, you know? What the fuck? That was very scary. I hated that. Oh. Up. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. It's not. Oh, man. I gotta remember. Brian even told me. X. Oh, and there's... Okay, so what do I do, game? I don't... Am I just boned? What? I don't have any way to make light. I broke the one flashlight. Which, boy, really feels like they're... Like, I guess I get why they're destructible. Kind of feel like they shouldn't be destructible. I guess I just have to load. Like, I just have to load? Like, what do I... I'll try loading. I don't... Man. Maybe reloading respawns it? That's kind of generally how it works. Okay. And yeah, there's no... There's no flashlight up here. Okay. Is there any darkness in here? No. Okay. That was, you know, that was weird. Okay, and we're just gonna set it down instead of throwing it because it can break and I don't want that to happen. Okay, new control point. Let's... Hey, it's dark over here. What's over here? Oh, what are you?
Send a ranger to my location.
What?
Nice to see a director out in the field.
Oh, I can have a little guy? That seems interesting. So we got a little guy. We got another roundabout. Oh, we got an orb. Ah! I can deal with this guy right away. Man, this guy handled it. Hell yeah. I expected him to eat shit like right away. He handled his business. Good job, bud. This isn't open. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I see it. I see the yellow. What's this? Can I mess with this? No, network disconnected. Okay. All right, you won't be able to follow me up here, bud, because as far as I know, you can't fly. But that's okay. Oh, wait, I see that darkness. Go through the doorway. There we go.
All right, Ati. Was this what you had?
Oosh. That's one. Okay, I'll stand on the desk to pick it up. That's fine. Brain missing. From Dead Letters. Did good for nothing as a security check. I know you took a part of my brain when you put me through the metal detector. I'm not stupid. I know what they're really for. What I don't know is whether taking a part of my brain causes me to lose my memories or lose sleep. I've been told if you lose sleep, you lose everything else. It's where you trick us regular people. I don't know which it is, and I can't remember what you did to me. But I can tell you this much. I don't find this funny at all. I want my memories back. And you can be sure the next time I visit the Baltimore Washington International Thurgood Marshall Airport, I'll come and find you and make you fix what you broke. Sincerely, I don't think I will be signing this with my real name. Like I said, I'm not stupid. You can just mind your business. Good. Thank you, sir. We will definitely return your brain because we know who wrote it now. We know who lost it, so we can definitely return it. I have to get darkness in the utility corridor. This is the utility corridor. This seems very creepy in a way the other game, or the rest of the game, hasn't. It makes me excited for Alan Wake. Like, if this is the vibes they're bringing for the Alan Wake related DLC, then I'm curious. You know, and they said that they're planning to go... What's this? I can go in here. Aha! A box. You know, they said they were going full horror game with Alan Wake. So, curious what that looks like for Remedy. Oh, I thought that was a flare. Okay. I'm surprised that wasn't considered a hidden location. Oh, I'm just leaving. I'm not... I'm not dealing with you. I'm not dealing with you right now. You know, so I'm curious, what does a horror game from Remedy look like? What does it play like? What does Remedy think is horror? So. Mold. Of course mold got in here. Oh, did I already eradicate the mold in that other one? Was I just ahead of the game? Incredible. Boom. Shoutouts to me. Night Springs screenplay, page 2. The robust director shoves the nerd-like scientist aside and heads for the portal control panel. He slams the on button with a determined fist. All the more reason. The entire screen is filled with dangerous red. Then it fades away and we see the two men are in another dimension. The air ripples around them as if they were a 1983 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am sitting in a Texas sun after a 5-day road trip. Interior, unknown dimension, night. What have you done? You've doomed us. Control yourself, director. Where's this beast of yours? Right there, sir. A horrible, shapeless, shifting entity fills the horizon. It can't be described. That's how horrible it is. What a thing of beauty you've been keeping from me. It can't be described. That's how horrible it is. Oh, there's a few of these. Grab the... Oh.
Do all this?
There's like a bunch of these to fill. All right, how... Do I have to get like the right... Yeah, that's it. Oh, do I need to power... Mm-hmm. Okay. So what I need to do is find... Okay. So I need to work through the doors. Okay. Okay. Oh, see if I open this door, which is 2, I get another one, but I need more boxes for that. Yeah, and see, this one has the most boxes of them all. How am I supposed to do this with only 2 boxes? This feels like I need 4 boxes. Right? Let's make sure there's not another one hiding in here. Okay, there is. But so to open this one, to get another box, I need... Do I need both of these turned on, you think? Or do I just need to power one? Let's... Yeah, so now this one is powered. Band Slam, hello! Band Slam, how the heck you doing? Can't wait for Alan Wake 2. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Let's poke around and make sure there's not like a secret box. Good, back home from work? Heck yeah. Glad to hear it. You got Mario Wonder? Oh, I've heard nothing but good things. I've heard nothing but good things. So one of these is apparently not enough to power it. Right? So we've got this one. That maybe, whoa, wait. The wires matter. Okay, the wires. The actual lines are what matter. Okay. I got it now. So that one goes there. This one goes here. How are you enjoying Mario Wonder? I've heard nothing but good things. I've heard nothing but good things. Hell yeah. And so now we have this one. This one's all of the blue ones. New Bears, hello! Happy October. Thank you, friend. Happy October to everyone who celebrates. New Bears, how the heck are you doing? How was your weekend? How was your weekend? How's your Monday? How you doing, friend? All right. So now, boop. Love solving puzzles. Love a good puzzle.
The law of three also applies to all faucets within the oldest house. Be mindful and don't cause any aquatic misconduct. Thank you for your attention.
The rule of three applies to all faucets. So you have to turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off. Huh. Love that. Weekend was fun. Had a friend from LA who's going to nearby city for a wedding, so I got to hang with her for a bit. Love it. That sounds great. That sounds great. I hope you had a good time. Or don't do that. Well, they said the law of three applies, right? And the law of three is like the I try to tap 3 times suddenly we're underwater. That might be a way. Yeah, you know. Maybe. You know, I can't say you're wrong. You gotta do a triple flush. I love you finding materials called confiscated motives. You know, listen, sometimes you get up to some shit and the FBC takes all your stuff. Like how pulling the light cord 3 times. Yeah, you know, like I can't say you're wrong. Construct Surge. Surge fires adhesive munitions that detonate when manually triggered. Oh, I make a sticky grenade launcher. Cool. Surge was great fun. What else in Astral Constructs? Oh, I can do that, but I cannot. Boosh. Oh, so now I can start oh. Now I can start making big shit. See, Matt, you haven't put any points in your Mario ground pound. That's why you don't recognize the mod. Rate of fire boost. Oh my god, 52% rate of fire? Hello? Yes, hello, I'm terrified. Accuracy exclusive to spin. Let's see, spin has a 22% accuracy. This is an 18% accuracy. Every time you just gotta, every so often you just gotta sit down. You gotta go through your things. RT to fire an adhesive grenade, RT to detonate that grenade. Place multiple grenades by firing while LT aiming. Okay. Okay. Okay, you know what? Before we go in there, I'm gonna take my morning break. Before we go in there, I'm gonna take my morning break. So I'll be back in a little bit. I'm gonna go walk Josie, get a snack, do all that stuff. When I get back, we'll do Game Duel and we'll go mess with the Eagle Limited AWE. So don't go anywhere.